Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and welcome to our distinguished panel. We're all anxious to hear your comments this morning. I think we're all looking for the quick and easy answer, but I think realistically we know that there are no quick and easy answers to the fact that we are seeing significantly high prices at the pump. In this morning's Washington Post, the headline is area gas prices top $4 a gallon. I do a little independent survey of my communities back home and just do a week-by-week assessment here. Unleaded in Barrow is going for $5.75 a gallon. Juneau, our state capital, is $4.15. Nome is $5.98. Kotzebue, just above it, is $7.31. So they're looking at what the national average is now and saying, boy, in the rearview mirror, that looks pretty good because we're getting nailed with the high prices. They're looking for answers. And so when there has been suggestion either in political commentary or in the news that somehow or other this is a political opportunity for us, I don't think most who are really feeling the pain at the pump, feeling the pain in their wallets, in their pocketbooks, they don't view this as a political opportunity. They expect us to do something here. They want to know what it is that can be done. And so this exchange this morning, I think, is important. We recognize that there are a lot of different factors that are driving up the fuel costs. Some are clearly beyond the control of this President, clearly beyond the control of this Congress, and we recognize that. But there are some things that I think that we can influence. We've heard about how we've got limited ability to control the instability in the Middle East or the growing demand in China and other emerging countries and economies. And of course, our influence there is limited. And that is clearly contributing to higher oil prices. We recognize that. But there are a number of areas where the U.S. and particularly our own federal government can have an impact. We can influence pipeline capacity by approving them on a timely basis. We can influence whether refineries stay in business by virtue of the regulations that we apply to them. We can influence the value of the dollar and tax rates on the production, delivery, and use of fuel. And I think very importantly, the federal government controls access to millions of acres of federal land with oil potential. And of all the factors that I have listed, I think access is really the only area here where this committee has direct jurisdiction over. Our decisions help determine whether companies have access to the Outer Continental Shelf, to the non-wilderness portion of ANWR, much of the Rocky Mountain West. So if I seem somewhat eager to focus on access to federal lands and waters is because I think this is one of the areas, perhaps the most significant area that we can have the direct authority, or that we do have the direct authority to help. I believe quite strongly supply and demand absolutely matter. It's not just one or the other. We are the world's #3 producer of oil. We're the world's #1 consumer of oil. Our production is rising on state and private lands. The question that nobody seems to be asking, though, is what the price of oil would be if that weren't happening, if we weren't seeing this increase that the President keeps pointing to. In my mind, there's no doubt that it would be higher, that the pain at the pump would, in fact, be worse. I think most of us are using the terminology around here now that we should pursue an all-of-the-above energy policy, and I think that means increased or higher efficiency standards for vehicles of all sizes. It means investments in R&D for alternatives, and it certainly means a concerted effort to bring more of America's oil to market. With that, I look forward to the testimony and the questions and answers from those of us here on the committee. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.